This is Top Contender Boxing. We keep it real, 100, and unbiased. Today's topic is the Canelo and Jermell fight, the September 30th bout. For undisputed. Let's just say this. It was a great fight. For those who've seen it, we all know what happened. Canelo dictated from round 1 to the 12th round. For the ones who didn't see this fight, just know that it was a one-sided fight. Canelo dictated the pace. He was the more aggressor. He was the one cutting off the ring. He was the stalker. And one thing different about Canelo in this fight, there's a big difference in this fight. He had his foot on the gas from round 1 to round 12. He was very smart about how he had his foot on the gas. He wasn't overcommitting or throwing too much. He was just throwing the right amount, a bit more than he usually does. And his gas, I think that time in Truckee, over there in Sacramento, California, by Lake Tahoe, that altitude is good for Canelo. It showed in this fight. It showed how much wind he had, how much gas he had. Normally, people like to bash Canelo about his stamina issues, where Canelo likes to get tired around the 6th or 7th, get his foot off the gas. In this fight, Canelo had his foot on the gas, and Canelo dropped jermell charlo, in the 7th round. You could see that Canelo was getting closer and closer and closer, was landing a lot more vicious punches, landing beautiful hooks, beautiful body shots. And Jermell, Jermell was being more strategic, being more defensive. He was going off going towards the ropes. He was using the Landy Laras and Mayweather style, thinking that was going to work against Canelo, thinking the jab was going to be enough. But you can tell from the first round that Jermell was trying to step in the middle of the ring, try to dictate, show his composure, his bigness, but it didn't make a difference. Canelo outsized him, outpowered him. Canelo was the true 68-pounder out there. And you know what? You got to give Jermell a lot of love and a lot of respect. Even though, it was a one-sided fight, he has a heart of a lion. And that's why they have that name, Lions Only. His heart is a lion. He went out there, even though he was outsized. Maybe not outsized, but was outgunned, because Canelo had it all. Canelo had the power, had the strength, had the everything. Canelo had it all. Jermell, you got to give him his respect for being in there and having the balls to go out there and fight Canelo. I hats off to him. Much respect, much love. He came out there and he put out a show. He went out there and gave it his best. No hate. At 154, I think he'll still be. I think he'll be strong at 154. And I think if he fights, Bud Crawford at 154, I think he'll give him problems at 154. Because in this fight, you could tell his defense was almost good, but the amount of punches he was throwing wasn't enough, because he was taking heavy shots from Canelo. He had to be more defensively, more defensive style towards Canelo's offense. Because Canelo, like I said, he's a master of cutting off the ring. He's a master with all his technique, with his power, with all the years of wars that Canelo's been in. And it was a great fight, all 12 rounds. I had Canelo. My prediction was he was gonna knock out jermell charlo in the 8th. But even some of the people that I was working with even told me, Canelo. It seemed like Canelo, once he dropped in the first round, I'm not gonna say he carried him, but didn't want to lay him out like that. And I truly believe Canelo didn't want to finish him. I think Canelo wanted to just go 12 rounds with him, show that he can outbox him, show that he has stamina, show that if anybody tries to come up with him, he'll be there for him. And I think the bigger the competition, the harder they go. And this was a great performance from Canelo. This was this was not bad for Jermell. I think when he goes back to 154, he goes back up with his head high, knowing that he fought against the best in the game. And I think he'll be all right at 154. I think he'll be able to keep his belts and go fight Tim Tszyu, give him a tough time. I think he beats Tim Tszyu, so I think he'll have an all right time at 154. If he moves up to 160, he's got to be climbing and take his time to build his body back up. But masterful performance from Canelo. Just all around good boxing. The commentators said it all. The commentators gave Canelo a bunch of love. So, if you didn't get to watch this fight, just know we broke it down pretty good, and just watch some of the highlights, and then understand what we said, what I said today, and it'll all dictate and all come together. So like and subscribe, everybody. Thank you guys very much.